Hello and welcome to the NCSY Pulse podcast, powered by NCSY Alumni. My name is John Ackerman and I am joined today by my good friend Ariel Barron, one of our most recent Judah Fellows. Welcome, Ariel.
Hi, John. Thank you for having me on.
It is great to have you. We are really excited. Ariel, you just told me that you are starting college today. Is that right?
Yeah, so the first day of classes was yesterday, but thankfully I have a great schedule this semester. So today was my first day. Saw a bunch of my friends, met some new people actually. It was a very fun day.
What defines a great day? Like, what does a good schedule look like for you?
Wow.
You can be honest here.
Honestly, a good schedule for me would be like coming in at like 9, 10 o'clock and leaving before like peak traffic times, like 3, 4. So that was my times. Those were my times today, pretty much.
So basically, Ariel, what you're saying is not sitting in traffic is your idea of like the perfect college schedule.
Okay, yeah. Last semester, I would be there from 9 to 9 on one day on Thursdays. That would be...
That's miserable.
Yeah. But no, I was with my friends. I was with my other Judah fellow, Avishai. So it was pretty fun. I think I actually made a day in the life video of 9 to 9. So you guys could check that out.
I mean, listen, it sounds like it's slightly less miserable because you were with your friends,
but
9 to 9 sounds awful. Well, listen, you're part of the Judah Fellowship, which is NCSY Alumni's premier college campus leadership program. But let's take a step backwards. How did you get involved in NCSY? Who got you involved? Tell us a little bit about that.
Okay, so when I was in middle school, I saw my brother, Aaron Barron, and my sister, Chanel Barron. They were going to Israel with NCSY. I didn't really know much about it. I just knew that they went with a bunch of friends to Israel, and then they ended up going to Poland and Israel. They did 2 separate summers together, I believe. And yeah, they just couldn't stop speaking so fondly about it. Yarkei Chala, like other like random regional Shabbatons they found really fun. So yeah, it was pretty much through my siblings, and also in the shul they would speak about it a lot.
All right. So Aaron and Chanel are your older siblings. Chanel was actually one of the founding members of the Judah Fellowship. Aaron has been a phenomenal contributor to the Judah Fellowship, and you're a little bit more of a recent addition. But if you had to rank the Barons who are Judah Fellows,
my gosh,
how are we ranking them? Are you saying you're number 1, and then it's like Chanel, and then Aaron? You think Aaron's the top?
Okay, so as Judah Fellows, I would put Aaron first, just because I know he told me that he raised a lot of money for
he did.
NCSY. I have some catching up to do. Chanel and I, listen, Chanel, you did say that she founded it, so I think she's second. I'll be humble. I'll put myself third, but that will change this year.
That'll change. So and how is it at home? How do you think your parents would rank the 3 of you?
Oh, I think I'd be first by far.
It's hard to argue that. Your time at NCSY, you probably went on multiple programs, some of the trips. Is there something that stood out in your mind, like maybe that was the highlight of your NCSY experience?
So yeah, I would say the highlight of my NCSY experience would be TJJ Sephardic, because it was a long time coming. I think my grade might be the most affected by COVID when it comes to like NCSY programs, because we were planning to go when we were summer going into junior year, and it got canceled, our trip, unfortunately.
Right.
And we waited a whole year to do the trip, and once like all the vaccine mandates and all the issues with COVID went away, we finally got to go to Israel. And
amazing.
Yeah.
Who ran that trip? Who were some of the staff on the bus?
So the staff on the bus were Dov Pienko, Rabbi Dov. I really liked him.
Love Dov.
Kobe Kohanim, he was one of our advisors.
Right.
Ariel Shayeste, Babak Ganjian, shout out. He was also my professor.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Very lucky for you to have them on the bus.
Very.
Now, would you say that your time at NCSY, obviously we know that NCSY, it provides a lot of inspiration for people, and a lot of people show significant Jewish growth because of their experience. Is there something that you would say somewhere in your Jewish life that NCSY inspired you to grow or for you to do more?
100%. So growing up, like I would say going into 9th and maybe 10th grade, I was not the most religious. I would be like a traditional Jew, let's say, like keep kosher, like in the house. Like I'll be honest, like not even, like I would eat dairy outside sometimes. But I started going to a lot of NCSY events, and Rabbi Livian, I think he started with NCSY when I went into senior year, but I started going to his classes and programs.
Sure.
And once I started going to his minyanim, I was like, if I'm going to minyan, I may as well keep kosher. And then I started keeping Shabbat in sophomore year, like during COVID, I believe.
Incredible.
Yeah, and haven't looked back since.
Wow. And what's a typical Shabbat like for you?
So right now, a typical Shabbat in the summer would look like going to shul. We could start with Friday night. I try to go to Kabbalat Shabbat and Ma'ariv with my father near my house. We have maybe 4 or 5 shuls next to our house, so it's really nice.
That's pretty convenient.
Yeah. So Friday night, Kabbalat Shabbat, and then dinner with the family, obviously.
Wait, what does dinner with the family look like? I know the Barons, and I love the Barons. Tell me what dinner with the Barons is like, and tell me about some of the food.
Okay, wow. That's a crazy question. Okay, so at our Shabbat, you will see, obviously, gourmet sabzi, rice. My mom is Israeli, but she's a professional when it comes to making Persian food. And also something that she started doing recently is making Chinese food, like sesame chicken,
Really?
a dish or two. Yeah, at our Shabbat dinners. Gondi as well, another favorite of ours. And tadig. Do you know what tadig is, John?
Of course.
Yeah. So
I
that's
love it.
what
I'm like a closet Persian. I would love to, in another life, be a Persian Sephardi. That's
100%. John, look where we are right now.
I love it here. I love Great Neck. I love the food in Great Neck. I love the synagogues in Great Neck, the people. I used to come to Great Neck so often. This was back when Chanel was in high school, when she and Rebecca Yaminian and that whole crew, when they were going on TJJ. And I used to come so often and meet with the parents that they would call me, they said, your Persian name is going to be Jonathan Ackermanian. And so I felt like really adopted by the Persian community.
Amazing.
But I love Persian food. Not all Persian Jews love Ashki food. Is there a specific Ashki food that you really love, or maybe one that you find just really disgusting?
Okay, I'm sorry to say, but I love potatoes in general. It's probably one of my favorite things one of my favorite vegetables. But kugel is not it.
You are anti-kugel.
I don't like the texture, the taste. It's just not it.
It's just not there for you.
No.
So you're saying one of the most popular traditional Jewish foods in all of history, you're not into it. It's not your thing.
Yeah.
Are you even Jewish?
Oh, that's a crazy accusation.
Okay, so we've covered the food, both on the Sephardi side and on the Ashki side. But now that we're going to get back to college a little bit. Now that you're in Queens College, and we know that last semester was pretty challenging towards the end, are there any concerns that you have about Jewish life on campus that you're kind of on your mind right now?
I mean, one thing is that our Hillel is literally, today I went with one of my friends, a freshman, and he was like, why is the Hillel right next to the SJP, the Palestine club?
Wow, that's tough.
Yeah, but no, I mean, we mind our own business. We go to the Hillel, we have our fun, and yeah.
So you're pretty engaged in Jewish life on campus at Queens College?
Yeah, mostly with the Hillel and Emet, J-Health. It's an Alumni program.
Absolutely. Yeah, we're friends with all of those.
Yeah.
Would you say, you're obviously very involved in Jewish life on campus. You obviously have a very traditional Jewish home that you come from. Are there any specific Jewish talents that you would say are something that you are really good at?
I would like to say that I am good at singing the Silichot tunes and songs. Yes.
You would like to say that you're really good at it. Would anybody else say that you're really good at it?
Maybe we have to ask Avishai because we sing together.
Really?
Yeah.
Right.
Jokes, but not so serious, but yeah.
Okay, and you're referring to, obviously, Avishai, one of the other Judah fellows that we got at Queens College. So we'll have to do a separate podcast, perhaps, as we get closer to Slichot and talk about, we'll do a little contest to see who's got the better voice.
Oh, of course.
As we kind of wrap up here, first of all, I want to ask you, is there somebody in the NCSY world that you would like to thank? Maybe a staff member or someone who made a difference to you in your NCSY experience?
Yeah, I would like to say to Kobe Kohanim, thank you so much. He was actually, I went on a Olami Shabbaton with him. That's when I first met him, and I found him very fun to be around, and he led a lot of shiurim with us, and I liked it a lot. And then after that, we went to Israel with him too, I think the following year, and we already had a connection. He was a great mentor for us.
He sounds fantastic.
Yeah.
If you could give advice to somebody who is in NCSY right now, maybe somebody who's just starting their NCSY or JSU experience, what would that advice be?
My advice would be to take action, try to claim leadership positions, get involved. One thing I forgot to mention, I don't know how I forgot to mention it, I was the JSU president. My brother started the club at Great Neck North, and I continued it.
Aaron
whenever
started
he
the club.
graduated. Yeah.
And you kept him at number one. Is that because he started the club there?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's fair. That's fair. I think that we're not giving Chanel enough credit, or maybe too much credit. I don't know. It's hard to tell. But so you would tell somebody starting off in NCSY that they should grab a leadership position and do what with it?
Yeah. Oh, do what with it?
Yeah.
I would say just try to make a difference. Do as much as you can. Find a good team to work with. I forgot to mention earlier, John Czar helped us out a lot with it.
Oh, John's the best.
Yeah. The man. Just try to have as much fun as possible with it. It's serious, but you don't have to treat it like a job. You could treat it like a hobby. That's what it was for us at North. We met once a week to plan, and then we had our meetings, and everyone had a great time.
I love that you want to put the fun in NCSY and focus on the fun while also grabbing onto the inspiration and the Jewish growth that is a natural part of NCSY. All right, Ariel, it's been great having you on the show. Thank you so much for joining us. And we're excited to see what you can accomplish this year as a Judah Fellow at Queens College.
Looking forward to it. Thanks for having me on.
All right, this has been NCSY Pulse. We'll see you next time.